Charlie Gill. Charlie Gill. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where are we at here? I really was trying to promise myself that I wouldn't stream while having my phone out. But here it is. It should be okay. Ooh, it's not looking good. I just got shellacked in the market. Woody is balding in Toy Story 5. Good to know. Good thing I shouted that out. Now people know. Okay, where are we at here? Where are we at here? Where are we at here? Okay. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Are we gonna work on... Oh, I know what we can do. We can put this away. Okay. I just hate looking at this frame right here. Squeeze me. Squeeze me exquisitely. Squeeze me. I don't think I'm in this room. Unless I connect this. Or maybe I could connect it here. Bluetooth are nuts. Okay, so now I'm on this. And now I'm listening to the computer. So, okay. Oh, goodness. I feel like I've been ready to sneeze for a while. Oh, there it is. Much better. Okay. You know, I've kind of gotten to a place with media where there's just a lot of really low frequency media. So everyone's kind of, I don't know, it seems like there's plenty of just feeling time media. At least for me. Or I just keep rewatching the same stuff. Like the one thing I kept doing was I'd follow Norm Macdonald, and now that he's dead, I've pretty much seen all his stuff. So, yeah, I guess I gotta find other things. But as I look, I don't really find anything that good, so it's hard to find good stuff. Promo. Do we have the Premiere? Let's close Premiere. Sure, save it. Yeah, that's fine. And then we got a number of animations here. Sorry, I'm just feeling a little stuffy. Might want to look at this. So this has a bunch of storyboards on it, and these storyboards should match up the shots that are needed. And yeah, I never really made a decision on Chunk's hands, but these are pretty funny. And so that could be a shot. This needs to be animated. That probably needs to be animated. That could be animated. Okay. Cool. Gotta really just do straight ahead with references. Okay. I wonder what this looks like really fast. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to test it out. Then we have exhaustion. How did this turn out? Whoa. Yeah, his head just kind of moves a little too fast there. where? Yeah, it just looks strange. It kind of keeps going here. I think that one doesn't fit well. Let's redo this one. No, actually, it isn't as bad as I thought. So what do we got going here? Where? You know, maybe we should just clean them up, because I don't really want to make this too big of a deal. 14. Okay. On 14. Call this the new 14. We'll just merge them or something. Okay. And if we have to add frames, we will, but I think I'm just going to kind of keep moving forward. I definitely will have to add something to it. There you go. Now I'm thinking. I just did a trick where, how do I explain this? Basically, it doesn't matter. 15. I don't know why we go back, and then what do? We come up again? Like, I feel like 15 can go. Actually has 16. 16 is what? 16 is 17. 17 is 18. 18 is 19. And 19 is maybe 1. Wham. Okay, well that doesn't make sense. Is it 14, 16, 17? Okay, so let's try it again. Yeah, I guess it doesn't come down, does it? It just kind of goes up. Cracking the code. none of this works. I might need to just cut it and do the other way. Ugh. What do we got here? How's this looking? Guaranteed, guaranteed, guaranteed. Guaranteed is 3 syllables. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we need to do it. We need to do it one more time. Okay. So let's stop. Let's do 1, 2, 3. So we want to close it again. 1, 2, 3. Now let's see how this goes. Guaranteed. Well, it's interesting because his eyes are closing. We got to get these organized. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that looks like it. 1, 2, 3. Guaranteed. Yeah, that works. Okay, it's the syllables, Timbo. You should know that, Timbo. You know, when I first started this, Charlie was laying right there. I thought I had a soda water going. Guaranteed. So once these are organized, and on the other level too, it's the same thing. Like once they're organized. Also, we could probably do so we have to make sure there's always a loose one for them. I'm not really sure if this is going to make this any better. This is really kind of more of an experiment than anything. Kind of like the idea of these bigger shoulders anyway. That's 1. Okay, so let's see. How many 1s do we have? We have this 1. So guaranteed is there. So this is the whole shot. So we're actually looking at the entire shot that's going to exist for this. And he's essentially holding an iPad. So theoretically, I could probably delete this off the bottom of all of them and actually have a black black shape to move around so that it actually is this thing that's moving around with him, kind of improving the production value of what I'm doing. Yeah. And then we could maybe add a shadow to it. Kind of just keep adding to it, make it better. See what we can do. You know what I mean? It's a nice thing about these shorts is that you can really throw a lot of production value at it if it's what's required to enhance the experience. But to me, it generally is only worth it to do it in animation. The value dips in live action. Chunk has ears actually too. I don't know why I don't put the ears in there. Okay, so let's see. How many 1s are there? How many 1s are there? So we got this first 1. And then it looks like 1 and that is a 3 actually. Okay. 2 is 3. So actually, why don't we call this? There's 3 frames. And I have to know, so actually, why don't we just put them in the order that they are? That's what we'll try to do. So I'll say a 1, and then a 3, and then a 3, interesting. And then a 3 again. Okay. And then a 2. Might want to take another look at this. And then a 1. And then a 3. I got one in here called 10 now. And then a 1. And then a 2. And then I think that's a 3. That 10 is a 3. Yeah. We're just going to call you a 3 for now. And then, what is this? A 3. But it's got an eye bulge. So let's say this eye bulge. I mean, there's got to be a better way for me to look at all this at once, too. I think one thing that could be really interesting is as the AI revolution kind of takes way, the one thing that seems to be pretty universal that I'm finding from people that I respect very much is, I'll say this, I've never coded anything. I can't wrap my mind, I don't have an opinion on coding. Because I don't know enough about it. That's how little I know about it. Like, I understand the syntax. Like, we're essentially not really. I don't really understand the syntax. But my point is that I've been told that if I started coding now, I'd be totally fine and competitive because it has been basically revolutionized. Okay, so it's 1, 3, 3. Why do we have 3 for so long? I guess it just holds frames. Okay, that's fine. So now we're going to put them in order that they are. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's just what I came up with. So why don't we just make sure that so this is actually 1. This is actually 2. 2. And 3. And I have the list here too. 3, yeah. 4. 4. 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now here we have it. So 8 and our 9 needs to, we gotta make a new 9. Then we gotta take 9 off here, okay. Then go back to 9. And do 9, okay, and then 10. Same thing with 10. 10 is 3? No, 10's, yeah, 10's its own thing. 10. 11 is 7. Okay, good to know. This is 11. Okay, so this is very organized, very like file, organization type of stuff that you got to do. Kind of a bummer, but it's okay. But this is more like, or you could even call it housekeeping. But I have to line all this stuff up so that I can work forward on it, and I have to do it in such a way that it's very well organized so that I can always look back at it. I have no idea, like, I don't have enough bandwidth, honestly, to think about this while I'm doing my other work. I just don't. I really don't. What are we at here? 2? What do you know? A classic. But 2 has turned into 13. Okay, so we should have everything we want. And the most dramatic one will be the last one. So we're actually, I'm animating 14 frames, but I'm repeating a lot of frames, but I'm going back over those frames to give them basically a customized look. Well, a literal customized look. And then 14. This is the kind of stuff I failed to do, I would say, in other generations of workflows. This is 14. 14 frames. Interesting. I am impressed. I'm impressed with myself. Go get 'em, boy. Oh my God. Why in the world would that be on there? Wait a second. Hold on a second. I need to get to a basketball court and a swimming pool and a football field and a running and jumping camp, an overnight camp. You don't know what that is. You don't. Okay, there we are. All right, so now we have all the frames we need. Yeah, here, here. Oh, you know what? In these frames, we could do something with color that changes. Yeah, we could probably fully animate this, actually. So So what, we have the ears here. There's that one. We're just going to call this, I don't know. Is this what he looks like in the... God. What in the world? Should we check it out? Yeah, let's see what we got. So I know he's got kind of a round head. I'm giving him kind of like this really huge jowl kind of look on him. And I don't think that's really fair to the character that I have. I think he's got more of a circle head. Yeah, let's give him more of that circle head. So he actually kind of comes down like this. Yeah, I guess Chunk doesn't wear any clothes. I never really thought about that. Does that change the dynamic of the character? I guess it kind of does. How have I not put a costume on my character? I never really thought about that. Wow. He's just naked. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've been doing. So I'll just finish up that way. I guess I never really thought about it. Two. So we do the same thing with two. Maybe his ears basically do the same thing. Yeah, she could probably, what I could do is really, the animation is really just the face, right? Like, you could probably get rid of this aspect on everyone and just animate the face. And even just do the color on the face. So I could just do a layer right on top of all this. Yeah, I think that's really what's happening here. Okay. Okay, where are we at here? How are we going to do this? I guess we could put something on top, or we'd also have to erase everything, which is going to take a ton of time too. Well, what do we do? Well, I think the first thing we do, actually, is make this shot smaller. So I think if we highlight all of them here, I can get more detail out of this character. Something like this. Something still holding. Is that one? Yeah, I think it is one. Jeez, you gotta do it in each one. I think that's really the answer, is to have one universal thing on top. So really what I should be paying attention to is just the face stuff. And I can probably come in and, you know, as I come in, just erase it. So I don't have to get too, you know, like carry that extra thing in the backpack essentially as I make this journey. So we have the ears to animate, we have the face, and then ultimately I would like to do the color from the iPad situation. Just kind of flashing different colors at him. And then what we'll do is we'll put that on top of a face that we want to do. I don't even think the ears, we have to carry the ears with us either. Could probably kind of accentuate the mouth. It doesn't have to be the same every time. And maybe we can get a blank in there. This actually would be a good time for a blank on 4. Yeah, there we go. Four and 5. Could probably see a little bit of 4. 5 is just, you know, 5 could also be scrunchy eyes. I don't think we really need 4 doing anything here. So 5 can be like, oh, what did 4 have? Right there. Okay, so then we want to close the eye like right here. Oops. Right around like this. And maybe we'll even scrunch this down. Could even come up a little bit. Guaranteed. What? Guaranteed. Yeah, why does it do that? I guess at this point, 6, it should be more open again. Yeah, we might want to change this 7. Okay. I think that's the right tail to give him. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay, so what we need to do is just keep the face on everything after 2 and build a new top for this. I think that's the way to do this. That's the animation. But I'm worried that if I make a decision like that, I'll make it hard to do things in the future. I really don't know the answer here. I guess there's no one answer. It's, you know, you have to make a decision or live with your answer. Live with your decision. So his eyes are getting bigger, guaranteed. Yeah, that kind of gives the impression we want. And then there's another one that goes Fred. Fred? Double sunglasses? Well, that blink didn't hurt it. The blink kind of helps. What do you think, Charlie Gill? What do you think, Charlie? Oh, how much time has it been? 36 minutes? Not too bad. Charlie Bell. I guess it would be better if he like scrunched his face and then opened that up. You know, closed it up and then opened it up. Otherwise it's just where? Yeah, it's tough. Not too bad. I think we could color it. don't know, should I keep the tail in there? I can't decide. I could just, so I have a choice where I can have it all together, and then I guess it's less computational work to have it all done in here. But also I can stop working in here and just do one layer. I actually like seeing it with his ears. Those ears and everything make a difference. But that's supposed to be the ugly look I was going for. I got it. So I'm pretty stoked on that, I will say. All right. What I can do is I can basically, the only things that have been animated are the whole body. So we could actually cut all that off, and I'm actually going to go for that. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oops, I don't think the chin is part of it. I don't think the head is part of it either. I think it's just the face that animates. Same thing here. So I could have one consistent drawing around this, and the detail is in the face. So I can actually get in here more and do a more detailed animation frame by frame for this, and then I don't have to worry about the whole body's consistency because it'll all just match the same. Okay, I think this is a smart move. We'll see though. I generally try to save, for whatever reason, I kind of save my digital stuff, and when I was drawing on paper and I didn't have access to a tablet, I would draw on paper and I would throw that stuff away right away. And I remember when I was a kid, people would be like, "Can I keep your drawing?" And I'm like, "What? Yeah, sure." It's garbage to me. So it's kind of funny how things change, you know, your perspective changes. You know, some people probably don't see the same value. Oh, what's up? Gray Fox in the house. There you go. All right, cool, man. Now it's a party. Now it's a party. Finally, a party. Just chipping away at the old animation. And this isn't going to get done by wanting. It literally just, I mean, it's work. So I have to sit here and get the work done. But I enjoy it. It's cathartic. I like to draw. I'm actually enjoying this. I feel like a lot of my animation is very rushed. Like, I can do it! I can do it! I think if anything, like, through development, I've really gotten over this, like, sense that time is running out instead of just time is going by and time is, you know, every moment. And luckily, the things that I really want are actually the things I really want. So when I'm in it and I get it, I can get pretty far because I'm where I'm supposed to be. And that's a good feeling. So I like being there. So when I do I think for some people it's really tough because like when they figure it out, like what does that actually mean? And then they don't really have a purpose. And so then they're kind of lost in their purpose, and they're like, so why did it matter? I was wandering around and, you know, was like, bleh, bleh. You know what I mean? Like not really engaged in the world. And I think, you know, I don't know. I think it's a moral, like a moral sin that if you have the capacity to improve yourself mentally and you don't, then that's negligent in my opinion. In my opinion, and I know that that's a harsh way to look at life, and I know it's kind of a hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take, because honestly, that would just be a take, because a lot of people don't have opinions on ish. All right, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so, and what we'll do now is I will make a body, that's what we'll call it. Brilliant. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, me. And why did I do that again? Okay, what I'll do now is come up with the body. So I like the lines that I came up with here, so I'm not like trying to reinvent any of this. Just making it cleaner. Acknowledge the head pop right here. Okay. And then even for one, let's get rid of this. Okay. Okay. So this actually might be a little bit better if we get rid of. We gotta get rid of that chain. We gotta get rid of that spot right here. Maybe we do something like this. Guaranteed. That's basically the shot. Guaranteed. He's a pretty hulky squirrel. Guaranteed. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So now we just got to color it. How long has that been? That's 45 seconds. Or excuse me, 45 minutes. 45 seconds. It's not too bad. Let me get another soda. And then we'll go back to the running wheel and see what we can do to push that forward. It'd be kind of interesting. Like, it's time to start adding some of these shots in here. Yeah, organizing this. This looks really cool. Man, I'm really just starting to wrap my mind through what I'm doing. Like, kind of coming to terms with what... I mean, this all is going to turn into a handmade animation, and I will have a hand-drawn graphic novel to release, a large one. Here's the interesting thing. I don't know if I've shown... I'm sure I've shown it before, but this is all the new material, but I'm adding the old material to it to write it as one story. So I'm re-editing it. The one thing is, like, with my writing style, essentially I just do these plot points, and you end up with plot points and not really a lot of... You have some exposition through narration, I suppose. But really, the way to drive a narrative story is through dramatic scenes. So dramatization from one plot point to the other. And that's something that I haven't added to my work. And once that's added to this edition with the first edition, and I finally have things tied in to what they are, I think we're really going to see... and then once with the streams, the interesting thing is the streams is when I did the graphic novel, but now the streams, if I had done animations, I wouldn't have thought of streaming the process. Actually, animation streams don't do that well. Rick and Morty streams their process and no one watches. I would know because I've watched and there's like no one there. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting to put it out there and then kind of like look at your work and watch it and play it back. I don't know, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying this. I'm going to get another soda water. Charlie, hold down the fort. was I talking about? Yeah, so I really imagine this concept of the graphic novel being there and then releasing animations as a regular way to... the question is, like, how quickly can I get these done? And the reason why I've come back to the stream and I'm relaunching the stream essentially is because I feel pretty confident that a lot of animation can be done in this style, in a multitude of styles, which would end up just being my style because I'm the one making it. You know, I'm using classical animation style. As I look at this, I wonder if I should do his ears, if it's worth it. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know, you know, or I could just color it and call it a day and then just put a black device in front of him. And the other question is, does this fill up a vertical frame too? That's another question. Check, 1, 2. All right, there we are. Not bad. And then we could go back to the run. I kind of want to get away from the run. No, Charlie, go lay in your bed so that we can put you on camera and we can get more people to watch the stream. Go, Charlie, go. She's been so needy lately. I think it's because I had the windows open today and it was kind of cold. I think she's feeling bummed about that. But yeah, the question is how many seconds of animation can be completed per stream? And then the question is like, oh, is that really the question, or is it how long does it take you to write a short? Which I think that takes a while too. I just like to give myself a lot of time to come up with good ideas. And that's what takes so long for me to get done. Because I'm like, wow, is this really that good of an idea? And then I kind of feel the catharsis of like doing the project, and I feel like I really do a lot of this stuff for myself, but the best way to do this is to do it for the public, which requires a lot more work. And I know you get way more admiration for being more presentational. I would know because I tried it and it worked. What, you're gonna attack me just for petting you? I can't even pet you? You're literally gonna stand in the middle of my desk and then tell me I can't pet you? You out of your mind? I would crush you. Do not try to show dominance on me. Charlie, on camera, you gonna test me? Come on now, girl. I hate when we're like this. I hate this, Charlie. I really do. Now lick my hand. She's a very stubborn cat. But we kid around. Boy, I love these soda waters because they taste like a soda treat, and they're not terrible for you. What, kitten? Charlie, you gotta go, girl. You can't just sit here and try to claim dominance on the table. Anyway, back to the animation. So I'm looking at this animation. Actually, let's do a run through of the short. I'm actually gonna watch it. I'm not gonna show you guys because I don't want to deal with the thing. So you know what's kind of interesting is that.
Hey, Chip, it is me. Chip, look at me.
Okay, so I don't think that Chip should be introduced to God before we're introduced to the Chunk and Chip dynamic. So we need to, I do need to write that. Okay. The chip and chunk dynamic.
My sweet prince, I can see the youth in your eyes. I have chosen you to be the greatest general of all time. Greater than Genghis Khan, greater than Alexander the Great. You'll never have to work again. And if I'm wrong, then you ain't right. Guaranteed. Guaranteed! Organize a community block watch. And then from there, we shall scale. Scale to the states. Scale to the continents. And then the world. You have your marching orders. And I shall leave you to your work. I know you won't let me down. How hard could it be? Because I don't even care about making money. I just want to help you get rich. There's not even that many people that are rich. I just want friends. Friends? Don't be stupid.
So then, yeah, there's the close-up. Friends. So I should grab that. Friends. Friends.
Buy it now. I'll buy it now.
Okay, and then, yeah, I'll buy it now. And then, yeah, he presses the button.
I got a delivery here. God woke me up this morning and told me that I'm the chosen one and that I have to raise.
So then it'd be interesting, too, that Chunk is like, I don't know, Chip's like... Yeah, that conversation with Atheist Owl. Chip's like dealing with his forks. Yeah, there's just a lot of...
You probably don't know this about me, but I'm an atheist. The hardest part about being an atheist is being right. There's no big guy in the sky controlling everything. I mean, how absurd would that be? I'd rather talk about things that are important to atheists, like well, hey Chip, I gotta get going, buddy. Chip 1 2. My package is here. My package is here. TDS, truck dog system. Double sunglasses? What I've been talking about the whole time?
How many times have you been to the grocery store and seen salt water on the shelves?
Bingo!
Now, all we have to do is open up the package, add the Brazilian rock salt to some water. Listen, Chip, this is a golden opportunity for us. We're going to be the first ones to market.
Chip, show me the ledger of all the names of those who joined the community block watch. God said I'm the chosen one.
I need you to start mixing all of this salt and all of this water together to make salt water. I know, it's very chemical.
What?
I know, Chip. This is very technical stuff we're talking about here, but if you just do as I say, we'll be good, and then we'll be rich, and we can continue to live here.
Before you start, I want you to know I never doubted you once. I was trying to get the army, and I got some forks for the army. I mean, I'm definitely going to join the army. I'm gonna be in the army, so I'll be the general, the greatest general, and then I'll also work in the army. Perhaps I've given you more than you can handle. Let's start with something small. How about you give me that glass of water? Chip, where's the salt water? God, what is this? Is this full of salt? What is wrong with you? You failed me, Chip. Never feel better, Chip. Chips, 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 chips and chips, chips.
That's funny. I do like the ending. Never feel better, Chip.
God, what is this? Is this full of salt? What is wrong with you? You failed me, Chip. Never feel better, Chip. Chips, 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 chips and chips, chips.
Chips and chips. Chips and chips. Nice. Okay. Got our work cut out for us, though. That's alright, though. We'll get there. Let's render the in and outs of this. Ah, okay. What do you guys think of the new streaming setup? Here we are. Man, it is cold in here. Do I have... That's only open a little bit. Maybe that's a little too much. Ah. Wish I had more snacks. There's just there's a few lines that don't work, but I think that's fine. There it is. It's rendered. What are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? It's getting kind of cold. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Boy, oh boy. What do we do? What do we do? I wouldn't mind calling it a night. But I'm going to have to animate more than this on a regular... It's alright. I'll start picking up steam. We'll start getting later nights in, but for now, I'm gonna keep it chill.